This thing is very vital. And I'm live. Gotta wait a few seconds because YouTube cuts off the very first part of it. I need to go buy some more avocados. Will you walk to Z Mart with me?
I'm not allowed in that store.
Huh? Why?
Because I fight too much.
Who did I hire? Are you Mike Tyson or are you my publicist?
Both.
Okay. let's not have both.
I'll only turn to Mike Tyson if I have to.
Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host Shakaama. You've read the title correctly. Wall Street has put out a blistering no, no, no to this whole woman thing. Uh, okay, if you're playing with the like button, I see you. Okay, I see you. So let's get on with it. No more dinners with female colleagues. Don't sit next to them on flights. Book hotel rooms on different floors. Avoid all one on one meetings. In fact, as a wealth advisor put it, just hiring a woman these days is an unknown risk. What if she took something he said the wrong way? So let me segue into Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of the foremost foremost authorities on the planet, astrophysicist, uh, has been accused by several women. You know they have to gang up. So the first accusation was a colleague who said that he invited her to a wine and cheese at his house. Now I've seen other YouTubers uh, try and be nice to the woman, but I have the actual scoop. I have the information. I have the facts. So she said he invited me to his house after hours. And then he says, no, the reality was we had been working on a project for several months. I was going to go back to my way, and she was going to go back to her way. So this was a celebration, that you do when you are something is over, something is finished, something is ending. It's a going away party, but it was just two of them. And we had been working all day. So the time was the time at the end of the day. We're not going to have the party at the place. We're going to have it at my hotel or whatever. So then she says, he took off his shirt. And he said, no, I didn't take off my shirt. He said, I took off my jacket. I still had two shirts on after I took that off. She said, he approached me. And he says, no, we sat across from each other at a table. She said, he hit on me and said all sorts of, made me uncomfortable and stuff. He said, we literally talked about science, astrophysics, physics stuff, just like we had the entire time that we have been working on the project. Finally, she said, what he said made me uncomfortable. Inviting me made me uncomfortable. This is only a story because she's a woman. Had he invited a male colleague, to his house for wine and cheese, nobody on the planet would have even known about it. So for Wall Street to say no flights, no meetings, no dinners, don't sit next to them, Mike, I mean, no. Neil deGrasse Tyson, not Mike Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a prime example. Now we start looking at the other stuff, and the same thing is there. All the other accusations against the one of the few geniuses on the planet. What are the facts? It's a woman. And she has blown stuff out of complete context. One woman already retracted her accusation, saying she doesn't even know Neil deGrasse Tyson at all. Never met him, never laid eyes on him, never shook his hand, never did anything. But she had come forward with an accusation, and they put it forward. I don't know why she retracted it and finally said, "Oh, I don't actually know the guy. Sorry." And nothing will happen to that woman. Let me clue you in as a person who has been in law school. I'm not a lawyer. If you lie to the court, if you lie to police, if you lie to the judiciary, they will not only throw you in jail, but they'll compound anything that happens because you lied. They take lying very seriously from a man. It's supposed to be everybody, but the reality is, if you lie and you're a man, you're going to jail. You're going to have problems, and your problems will be compounded. That's extra stuff that's going to be heaped on you. 25 people watching and only 5 likes. Can I have some likes, please? Thank you. Is that the way I should say it? How should I say it? Okay. Across Wall Street, men are adopting controversial strategies. They're controversial for men, or they're controversial for women? For the Me Too era, and in the process making life even harder for women. Oh, the women have it so rough. They get to be invited to be CEO because they're women. Not because they invented anything, not because they founded an entire corporation built off of their medical product, their financial product, their engineering product. Nothing. They're invited to sit on the board, invited to be CEOs because they're women. That's not fair. Can I be invited to be CEO because I'm black? Can I be invited to be CEO because I'm a man? I'm eloquent. I'm tall and statuesque. I got muscles. But I'm not going to be invited to be CEO on Wall Street. But a woman can expect to be invited to be CEO of an entire corporation because she's a woman. That's not fair in anybody's book, right? Call it the Pence effect. After U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, who said he avoids dining alone with any woman other than his wife. No, he didn't say he avoids. He said he will not dine with any woman who is not his wife. In finance, the overarching impact can be, in essence, segregation, gender segregation. So while that sounds cute and that sounds social justice-y and all that sort of stuff, the reality is Wall Street is social. Wall Street is relationships. Everybody there has a 4.0. Everybody there has two and 3 degrees. Everybody there is way overqualified for anything else in life, in business, anywhere else. There are certified geniuses walking around Wall Street, and that's the way they like it. But Wall Street is social. So what to even get to the door You have to already have all the qualifications. That's not the problem. The problem is you have to develop relationships with the boss, with the manager, with this person, with that, with the person hiring you, with the secretary, with the guy down the hall, with the janitor. You have to develop relationships. That's how Wall Street works. That's why when something goes wrong, uh, all the people in Wall Street sort of backs you up. Well, we're going to hear about it here in a second. Interviews with more than 30 senior executives suggest many are spooked by hashtag Me Too and struggling to cope. Quote, it's creating a sense of walking on eggshells, said David Banson, a former managing director of Morgan Stanley, who now an independent advisor overseeing more than $1.5 billion. So a guy who can stomach handling $1.5 billion is spooked out by women. This is a serious problem, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming that there's women in there too. Women watch me too. All 35 of you now, can you all give me some likes? Thank you. This is a serious problem. If people who are handling trillions of dollars, let's be honest. So Wall Street is handling trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars go back and forth on Wall Street every single day. The entire world is in on the whole trading system in Wall Street every single day. People in Japan wake up to trade on Wall Street. People in Australia wake up to trade on Wall Street. People in Europe wake up to trade on Wall Street. It's not a ma and pa store. So now you have Forbes, Bloomberg, Morgan Stanley uh, putting out memos saying that there is a memo sent out to say women are a no. Women are a no. Uh, this is hardly a single industry phenomenon, as men across the country check their behavior at work to protect themselves in the face of what they consider unreasonable political correctness, or to imply to simply do the right thing. The upshot is forceful on Wall Street. So on Wall Street, they're not casually doing this. They're not casually. Would you be quiet? They're not casually doing this. They are literally putting a company memo. Hey, you want your Christmas bonus? You want millions of dollars at Christmas? You will do this. Now, let me say, have you checked out the Vice story on Wall Street of the Vice the Wall Street Playboys? Come 4 o'clock, because they don't work till 5. Come 4 o'clock, they all check out of the office and go downtown to the red light district and have fun every single night. That's what Wall Street is. So they don't need to do anything with some woman, some secretary, they don't need to do anything. Let's keep going. Okay, women are scarce in the upper ranks of Wall Street. It's just a fact. And this, I'm making a prediction here, is going to literally remove the ones that have finally made it. There's already what's her name? Facebook, the lean in chick, the lean in chick, the woman, the Facebook CEO that said women should lean in and they can do everything and they need to get promoted and blah blah blah. And you just need to. She already reported that women are leaving Wall Street. The industry has also long nurtured a culture that keeps harassment complaints out of the courts and public eye, and has so far avoided a mega scandal like the one that has engulfed Harvey Weinstein. I believe that's the pronunciation. Now, more than a year into the Me Too movement, with this devastating revelations of harassment and abuse in Hollywood, Silicon Valley, and beyond. Wall Street risks becoming more of a boys' club rather than less of one. Quote, women are grasping for ideas on how to deal with it because it is affecting our careers, said Karen Elinsky, president of the Financial Women's Association and a senior vice president at Wells Fargo and Company. It's a real loss. At this point, we can say that they brought this on themselves. There's a danger for companies that fail to squash the isolated backlash and don't take steps to have top managers be open about the issue and make it safe for everyone to discuss it, says Stephen Zweig, an employment attorney with uh, Ford Harrison. If men avoid working or traveling with women alone or stop mentoring women for fear of being accused of sexual harassment, he said, those men are going to back out of sexual harassment complaints and right into sexual discrimination complaints. Now, of course, that is malarkey because there is a quantifiable risk. If you hire a woman, there is a quantifiable risk that she will accuse you of something. And false accusations have skyrocketed. There is not even, there is nothing, you can't even pretend that it hasn't happened. So the whole idea that women are to be believed, you just need to behave yourself, you just need to treat women right, you just no that ain't no, that's not true. False accusations have gone up something like 300%. Also, yes, also, they've already, in Germany, they already did studies of a corporation, a giant corporation in Germany, did its own study. Let's have an all male team. Let's have a male female team. And let's have a female only team. The all male team worked at 100% efficiency. The male female team worked at 75% efficiency. The all female team worked at 50% efficiency. Literally hiring a woman, you have to hire two women to equal one man. Tell me in business where labor costs are real, you know how much you're paying people. Why on earth would you hire somebody who works at 50% efficiency from another person? And they do that study over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Now, please don't say, I'm a woman and I work just as much as the men. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's just you. I've had plenty of people already come and tell me I work in a warehouse and everybody has to pick up the boxes or move the boxes or move the truck or drive the truck, back up the truck, parallel park the truck for the female employees. Why did you hire them? Why? That doesn't make it. That doesn't make sense. It's so let's look at the. I think I had one more thing. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Somebody else was another false accusation surfaced too. Somebody I have to think. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I guess I hit. Can I have 50 likes? 51 people watching me. Can I have 50 likes? Please, 50 likes. Uh, Let me confess this. So, all of my girlfriends, I've had girlfriends. had great relationships, left on great terms, had to leave the country though. So so the breakup was very like, well, I'm leaving the country, gotta go, bye. However, anytime in business, anytime I've had a job and I worked under a woman, it has been horrible. I'm not saying it was a little, I didn't like my job. I'm saying the female boss made it a horrible experience. Just awful, just awful, just terrible. And they were always comparing themselves to me and feeling threatened by me and wanted me out, which they did. I kept getting fired unless I actually moved, jump companies to for better pay. Otherwise, I was fired by female managers. And I said I don't want to be manager. I just want to be a regular employee. So I literally intentionally signed up to be just an employee. But any casual looking over my credentials and stuff, the people are saying, why are you an employee? You're supposed to be a manager." And one place actually used me like that. They used me as a manager, but didn't pay me as a manager. So I had to take all of the escalated calls and uh, fix the accounting and do the books and all the stuff that the managers do. But that I didn't get paid that. But it was, it's okay as long as I don't have to take anything. That was my thing, was I don't want to take the stress of being a manager home and get paid less. Work all of these hours, but don't get paid for all of those hours. If you're an employee, you get paid for every hour. As a manager, you are on salary, and they say you get this much per week, and they can demand you work overtime, all that sort of stuff. Sheryl Sandberg, yes, yes. Who is he working at? I don't know why that's flagged. Yeah, so like I said, they for employees, same thing with the military, and only the general for the Navy, or was it the Marines or the Navy? One of those. Uh, Revealed that all of his testing in the, I think it's the Marines, all of his testing revealed that having females on the front line is a tragic failure. Is a, and when I say tragic failure, I mean a life or death situation. Terrible, terrible. Mission fail, mission fail, mission fail. Catastrophic mission fail. Hmm. Uh, I think it was the Marines. I don't know why I'm confused. I think it was Navy or Marines. I think it was Marines. I'm thinking it might have been Navy. I don't know. But the two are equal to each other, so that's my confusion in my head. Um. So yeah, they did that, and can you put your dogs inside? And they just bark anytime they see anything. They bark. Anyway, so Wall Street has sent out a memo saying no, 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 no. I feel like what's the guy from The Office? No, 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 no. And Sheryl Sandberg, that's her name, said women are leaving Wall Street anyway. So it's a lose lose situation for women However, lawsuits do happen. There is no reason for you to pretend that lawsuits don't happen. You don't want to pretend that accusations can't completely destroy careers. There's no reason to take a risk at a corporate level of a hiring a person who could ultimately jeopardize the entire corporation. Let's not mince words here. You you can have false somebody completely come into the company and make it look like something happened, completely false accuse everybody and say, "Oh, there was a whole culture of this going on," when in fact nothing was going on, but their entire reputation, the corporate, the entire business's reputation could be put at jeopardy. You could lose all of your clients. There's companies that's happened to lose all of the clients and never be able to recover from it. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that too. And if you say anything to women about their dress or anything, or even make a comment, then that's blown out of proportion. Um, so before I start with my new material, this material actually normally makes and as you can see, this is a good time. Is this a good time to live stream? Anyway, I think in conclusion, I believe that Wall Street is at the top of the top, right? The top of the mountain. Wall Street's at the top of the mountain. Yeah, Hollywood is over there, but Wall Street is at the top, the peak, the top of the mountain. Wall Street controls a lot of everything else that's going around the country and even the world, right? If we're going to be serious about this. So for Wall Street then to put out a memo saying no dinners, don't when you fly, don't sit next to the women. If you go and you have to get a hotel on a different, get a room on a different floor, and even better, get a room in a different hotel. No dinners, no private meetings, no Christmas parties, uh, no birthday cakes, no flowers, no nothing. Hi and bye. And definitely no mentoring, nothing like that. If for Wall Street to put out that memo, that means that first of all, every man should take notice. Every man, every and in every aspect of life, every man should take notice. Every man, and that also means every mother of a man, because they something happened to a doctor, and they accused the doctor, and then all of his patients came and said, What are you doing?" He was completely destroyed, lost his practice, lost all his patients, and the patients literally had to donate their own money to try and get him back on his feet. And the devastation broke him. Do you understand what that means? It broke him. He was ultimately saved, but it broke him. And it took I guess other women coming forward and saying, "No, he's a fantastic guy. He's great. He's super. I mean, he loves kids. He loves, he loves his patients. He loves being a doctor." for Wall Street to put out a memo saying no, no, no. Everybody should take notice because because they have tons and tons and tons of lawyers on Wall Street. When I was going to law school, I was thinking about doing that, but they were saying you're gonna have to you're gonna have another 4 years of being in law school to an additional 4 years of being in law school to get there. Robert Dower, you keep saying it only happens to hypersensitive people. Well, Neil, one lady accused Neil deGrasse Tyson of being inappropriate when he was at a party to prove that astrophysicists are fun people too. That was the whole theme of the party. And she was a fan, and she approached him, and she had a tattoo of the constellation of our solar system, and he literally said, I want to see your tattoo. This is a nice tattoo. And he's on camera taking pictures, and she said, yeah, here, look. And that was it. And then she turned around and accused him of being inappropriate. And the tattoo was on her shoulder, on the back of her shoulder, not anywhere that's the back of the shoulder on the woman is the 100% least appropriate spot that everybody can agree with. You take a picture with a woman, perfectly appropriate. That's literally the only spot that's 100% appropriate to touch a woman. So at a party to literally say astrophysicists are fun too, a woman destroys the entire party. Okay. You can walk around.
Oh, I can't?
No, I'm saying you can walk over here.
Oh, I know.
Do you want to show yourself?
No.
I said you're gonna lead me to greatness.
Of course.
Can I have 50 likes? Can I? I'm reading I'm reading chat here. Yeah.
Okay, it's been way longer than 15 minutes.
I know. Yes, that's what I was telling my publicist when I said Wall Street has billionaires, and of course he goes, duh. And I said, when billionaires go MGTOW, then it's it's time. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, huh? When billionaires call you out and say, nope, not gonna, nope. So the average man, the average guy is accused all the time, and everybody believes it because they're like, oh, well, he's just an average guy. But when a guy with a B behind his name, on his bank accounts, on his net worth, then it's really time to pay attention, right? And then it's time to really start looking at this. When corporate lawyers put out a memo saying there will no longer be dinner dates, there will no longer be flights together, there will no longer be hotel rooms on the same floor, there will no longer be interaction with women, not men, with women. So it's one-sided. It's completely one-sided. Saying, we've identified the risk factor here, and the risk factor is women. We've identified a realistic risk, and so uh, all this legislation now is going to really come to a head, and they're going to probably start backtracking and reversing and erasing this legislation that the groups have uh, these groups that got legislation passed and stuff like that. When billionaires get in on the action, it's a wrap. You best believe it's a wrap. And when they're talking about, we don't care about public relations for women, we don't care about that. We don't care how women feel about this. Now, that's the sticking point. That they don't even care how women are going to take this, who are their clients, who are their customers. You know it's a wrap. You know it's serious. Right? Because a lot of people talk in the news, and they'll show up on the news, and a lot of the business channels, a lot of the business news reports, and they'll say stuff like, well, we just really have to believe that. And this memo says no, not at all. No, absolutely not. Don't care about public relations. This is it. It's over. It's done. Get them out of there as soon as possible, and don't hire not another one. When they say in their memo, hiring a woman is a tremendous risk factor. That's double speak for no, we're not hiring women. No, don't even apply. And they can try and pass lawsuits all they want to, but when the lawyer lays down there, here's my actuarial's assessment of what hiring a woman risk is, and it's at like 3,000%. That's not something that the courts can ignore, and that's not something tears can overcome. Oh, I didn't get hired. They're discriminating. No, you're a risk factor. And in fact, if we start going over and looking at your history and looking at your Facebook and looking at your Twitter, they might be able to sue those people for even applying. Can I make it to 50 likes? Come on, people. Come on, folks. Come on. 50. I should be asking for 100, really.
How many viewers do you have?
49. It keeps going up to 52 and stuff like that. So it's not terrible today. Is this a good time for everybody? Yes, back to 51. Thank you all, guys. Thank you, people. The Western culture gave too much power to females, and everyone is suffering the consequences. I agree with it. I think we have to be realistic. We simply have to be realistic, because here's the real double standard. We're bringing our female humans up to be frail, taken care of, and to expect to be taken care of. That is how we bring up our daughters. That is how we bring up our little girls. That is how we are bringing up our teenage girls. You can't then all of a sudden shift, and when she turns 18 and says, okay, now go out and get power, go out and deal with the world, go out and slay the dragon, go out and make CEO, go out, either we're gonna, make our girls play football with the boys, which I don't recommend any parent do. I'm just making a point. Or we're going to treat our women how we've completely raised them for 25 years. And that is, we're going to expect of them everything that we've already instilled in them, which is to be taken care of, to be wined and dined, to be have the car door open for them, have the business door open for them, for the seat to be pulled out and pushed in for them, have to have the knack and snack and placed on their lap for them, to give up our seats for. Okay, that if we're gonna do that, we gotta keep doing that. Otherwise, the women need to be treated exactly like men, and they cannot be given any sort of preferential treatment ever, at all, at any, not legally, not morally, and they need to take responsibility for everything that they do. They need to take responsibility for their decisions. We don't even ascribe the responsibility that they made a decision. You put on a mini dress, you put on makeup, you put on platform heels, you went to the club, you got free drinks all night, and you went home with somebody. You did that. You made all of those decisions consciously. Did nobody force you to do any of it? You went home with somebody. And that's a lifelong decision. Am I right? And I was looking at a divorce documentary from put on by the BBC. And the divorce documentary, every single time that they mentioned divorce, it was the woman had decided that she needed to have a better job, or she needed to get it promoted. She wanted her career, or she wanted this in her career. It always was woman plus career equals divorce. Children not in the picture of that decision. And then, of course, then the man has to pay the price, the ultimate price of her decision that she wants to have a career, or she wants to have a better career, or she wants to be the CEO. She wants to be the. So that's my theory. This whole work thing is awful. The whole thing, the whole women in working. It's just been awful. Because we don't socialize our women, we don't raise our females, our girls, to think like that. So then when they get to adults, they have to master, or they have to match stuff is supposed to happen for me, and it's all about me, which is not all about women. It's actually all about men. And the men go to work. The men make the money. The men buy the cars. The men buy the house. The men construct the bridge. The men construct the buildings. Men, 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 men. And the woman has to land the man. It's all about the men. But our society tells everybody, oh, it's about women because they're pretty. How many cups of coffee do you get at Starbucks for being pretty? Not one? Not even one? Really? Okay.
Well, I can get a few because I'm cute.
You are. You are. You're funny. I knew you were going to say something like that. Yeah, we keep putting out these double standards of. So we're getting to 60. See you.
What?
There's more people watching. Is it going on too long?
I'm getting sleepy.
You're getting sleepy. Kids these days.
I'm not a kid.
Yeah. Can I have 60 likes? We have a. We speak out of both sides of our mouth. Mouth? Neck? Mouth? We say women should be nurtured and treated like this, but we want them to have all the money. 60% of college degrees going to women. Uh, a prediction of college will soon hit 70% women. And if you're not in here's something you don't hear. If you're not in STEM, they don't want you as a man in college. So all of those social studies, women's studies, girl studies, African studies, social studies, all of those things, they literally don't want guys in those classes. They don't want them at all. Uh, uh, and uh, because some older women have said they came and took home ec out of schools, and they said, and that dropped all the skills of women nationally to be able to handle everything. Because home ec doesn't just teach you how to cook; it also teaches you how to balance a budget. It teaches you accounting and teaches you everything how to stretch a dollar. It teaches you everything about home economics. And and there were guys in there because a lot of punishments was the guy has to do either shop or home ec, and guys would take home ec. Uh, so it wasn't just a female thing, but the activists uh, said uh, that the home ec was gender specific and sexist, so they wanted that removed. Thank you. Maybe probably. Why is your name maybe probably? If you want to donate, please donate at paypal.me/Shakaama. Don't donate through the YouTube. So paypal.me/Shakaama. Uh, it's a $50 minimum. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
Uh, there is a new revelation out that a lot of the activists who are specifically targeting the Wall Street guy says that they're the enemy, and the Wall Street is the white male is the enemy. Come to find out that those women date and marry the Wall Street guy type exclusively. One of the Wall Street Journal journalist that was just hired, and Twitter went into had an outrage over her being hired because of all of the terrible things that she said about white men. Come to find out, she only dates white men. Only. And says Asians aren't attractive. Asian men aren't attractive. She's Asian, I believe. Yeah. And she sent out a tweet saying she apologized. I apologize for saying for you all finding out that I date a white guy. Was it that Korean lady? I guess I don't know. I don't know her name, or I can't recall her name. Yeah. Stanton, you are absolutely correct. And in fact, a lot of the home ec teachers told the girls, go to college to find a good husband. Go to home ec, go to work to find a good husband. Go work at this a really nice place to find a good husband. And when we start talking about super duper high powered lawyers, Jordan Peterson said this. He says they can't keep them hired because they go to work, they start making $300,000 a year. That's more than enough money for them. They start dating. Uh,
What?
don't use that.
I'm cleaning my nails.
They start dating other high-powered lawyers who make $300,000 a year, or even up to $1 million. They marry them and quit. They can't keep female high-powered attorneys. They can't keep them. So all of these people over here are saying you need to hire women for high-powered attorneys. There are almost no female high-powered attorneys, and then you start looking and going, wait, they quit. And in fact, the same is true for a lot of corporations. High-powered officer type CEO, CFO, COO, CTO, high-powered high-powered women in those big positions meet other high-powered men in those positions, marry them and quit. Why? Because they don't want to work 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week.
Shit, I would.
Hmm?
Nothing.
uh, you know, yeah, they make more money by doing that, but they don't want to do it, and they don't have to. That's the whole thing. That's why everything's hypocritical about it. We tell we, we have these people over here saying you need to give these women these fantastic jobs, and then the women get the fantastic jobs. And then they go, poof, I got married. I don't need to do that. He makes $300,000 a year. He makes $1 million a year. He makes $2 million a year. I don't need to do this. I can sit at home in our mansion that we bought together and raise my children in luxury. I don't even have to do, I don't have to. And for a human being to have that option, I think is a little bit cuckoo. Little cuckoo, kind of. A little bit. Do you have an option of not working? Always? For the rest of your life? You're telling stories.
Okay.
But women have that option. They have the option of completely ghosting the economy, as we want to say, right? They can just slide on to into the slide that ring on and go see ya. Men can't do that. Or
Have you ever thought of the stereotypes that we've inflicted on ourselves as society?
you said inflicted on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Are you want to be a part of the?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You trying to be co-host?
No. The more you talk, the more I think. So.
Yeah, well that's what I do.
Well, I just have to say, maybe women wouldn't feel that way if they weren't always told that they're supposed to find a husband, they're supposed to raise kids, they're supposed to be in the kitchen.
Oh no! The people over here are saying no. You're not supposed to find a husband. You're not supposed to have kids. You're not supposed to get married. You're not supposed to do. You're supposed to be a CEO.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mom that says, "I want you to get married. I want you to have kids. I want grandkids. I don't care what you think about these people over here telling you be a CEO. I want grandkids, and you're gonna have grandkids."
But there was also a point in time where women weren't even allowed to go vote.
They're
So,
allowed to go vote.
yes, they are allowed to go vote
No,
now.
they were allowed to vote even back then. They're if you had money, if you owned a house,
Yes, but you had to have
you
money.
could.
You had to own a house. You
But
couldn't just
but
freely
that
go
was
vote.
men too. You had to own money. But they don't tell the full story. Men had to own a house and have land and all that sort of stuff
It
too.
was also a lot easier for a man to own a
We
house.
we we couldn't go vote.
Of course, I know I can go vote, and I don't own a house.
No,
Or
I'm saying we us folk.
yeah,
Okay.
but it was also a lot easier for a man to own a house and for him to make a certain amount than it was for a woman. Why? Because women were looked at as they were told.
Taken care of.
No, they were told that they were
Taken
supposed to
care of.
know. I don't even feel like women felt like they were taken care of, because if they felt like they were taken care of, then they would still be in the same predicament today. So,
Okay, you're stopping the stream.
I'm not stopping anything. We're having a debate.
You're stopping the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
You're stopping the stream.
Your stream was supposed to stop almost 10 minutes ago.
Why's your, I'm still getting likes. And what are you doing?
Oops.
Put it back on the table.
I'd rather do vlogs.
Good for you. Well, I don't have.
Did you eat your salad today?
I'm a go now. I haven't eaten today.
Are you kidding me?
I haven't eaten today.
That makes two of us.
Okay. So anyway, back to the stream.
That was supposed to end almost.
Hey. We got 60 people watching now, so we're doing great, right?
Yes, for YouTube to be broken.
Okay. So in conclusion, Wall Street put out a memo. Bloomberg reported on it, and people are literally trying to come up with a way to spin it, because then we have spin in like the Washington Post and the New York Times and the other stuff. Now Bloomberg is specifically a financial type of newspaper. It's specifically meant to report on what is happening in the world of finance. That is, actual reports for jobs, actual reports of how much a company made. So for Bloomberg to report on the memo sent across all of Wall Street, that means it's really, really, really hit the fan. Right, and then of course people say, "Oh no, don't do that because that means women aren't going to get into the CEO positions in Wall Street." Well, you have to really then be realistic about the whole situation. There's no more feelings. There's no more sentiment. If you can take out a billionaire by falsely accusing him of something, anything, and there are no consequences against you when we find out that you actually were falsified all of the information and the accusation, then yes, we have to face reality. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more playing oh, we have to take care of women. We have to coddle the women because they might get their feelings hurt. When a billionaire says he has to walk in eggshells around women, and he says, and that is not right, people start listening. His lawyers start listening. The corporate lawyers start listening. The corporate HR lawyers start listening. And when the corporate lawyers and the HR lawyers get together and say, we have deduced that it's 300% risk factor to hire a woman, period, across the board, then they have these policies. No more talking to women. No more meeting with women. No flights together. Get a hotel room on a different floor, if not a different hotel. Nothing together with no dinners. No business meetings. No business meetings with women. So says the lawyers. So that's in the. uh, Robert Dower, you're funny.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know what I'm laughing at.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah, that's funny. And you saw the backlash online of the gamers turning in the uh, female streamers to the IRS. So there's a lot of people being quote unquote red pilled. A lot of people are waking up, and this then is a wake up call for the entire West. When Wall Street starts talking about it, it's a wake up call for the entire Western hemisphere. Hey, can I have 70 likes? 70 likes. Meme couch. Okay, any questions? Question answer time. Yeah, I told you all. China fired 20,000 people in a office building. The entire building. They just fired everybody in the building and put the entire building on robots. They said we don't need you. We already have programmed robots who can do your job. So Wall Street is already heavily invested in robots that can do just superhuman type of stuff as far as calculations and stocks and all that sort of stuff. The stock market itself is a big giant robot anyway. All of those high volume traders. Did I talk about that the other day? All of those high volume traders use a robot, a computer robot. It's a computer program. They don't do the high volume trading themselves. The computer does it for them. They're just sitting. They're just along for the ride. They're along for the millions. Andrew G, you are funny. uh, yeah, okay, but yeah, since when Wall Street talks, the entire world starts listening. The entire Western Hemisphere has to take note, which means a lot of those countries in Europe, what was it, Finland, Sweden, all this sort of stuff that are super duper way on the other side as far as obeying women, kowtowing to women exclusively to the point of their city actually shutting down because of the suggestions that the women's groups have made to them. Like the city shutting down during a snowstorm, after a snowstorm, because there was a suggestion that the snow plows should plow all of the snow out of the residential areas first, because women were walking their children to kindergarten, which then meant all of the city streets, where all the buses, all of the industrial trucks, all of that were still snowed in, and people literally had to go to the hospital because there were stranded buses and all sorts of stuff like that because they listened to the women's groups. It literally has catastrophic effects on society listening to these female groups and stuff like that. This is, when I say this is serious, I mean this is truly serious. This is this is crazy. No, give me one more like. I'm not gonna sit at 69. I know how you people are. I know what you're doing. I see what you all are doing. Give me one more like. Somebody give me a like. I'm I'm not that type of channel. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? So, and they tried it again, even after even after. Don't take it away. Don't take your likes away. Describe. Thank you, describe. Yeah, employees asking for $15 an hour. They've already been replaced. There's already 200 McDonald's stores that are running the complete scenario of literally only the manager working there. They already have it in place. I mean, they ramp that up, push that out. And you go to those McDonald's, you go there, open up the door, and there's a thing in front of you, and you go, look, this is what I want. Blah, blah, blah. And what's funny is, it's far more customizable. You can customize your burger completely. You want this and then the other on the burger, blah, blah, blah. And you click, you pay, get your drink yourself, sit at your table, and literally the manager brings it out to you. Otherwise, it comes to you automated. If you sit at a table, a manager brings out the food. A manager. That's why I'm saying going into management is a terrible idea. Be an employee. You get paid by the hour. And that's not just Mickey D's, that's Burger King and Wendy's and Five Guys and Arby's, KFC. All right, questions and answers. Japan is fully automated. They have robots that will literally deliver the stuff to your table. Either a little tiny robot that comes to the table, or they have a conveyor belt that stops at your table and says, "Here's your food." Completely automated. Japan is completely automated. Of course, they were automated years ago. All right, questions and answers. Question and answer. Question and answer. Question. I have to go eat. No, I don't have to go eat.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right there, dude. Yeah, that's my publicist. He's young. Younger than me. He's not that young. He should be in college.
I know. Actually, I shouldn't be in college. I just turned 18 in July.
In July?
Yes.
What's the solution to... Wall Street has a solution. Don't talk to women. Don't hire women. That's the solution. There's no two ways about it. So let's think about stocks. I told you, stocks go up, 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 and then there's what they call a correction. They correct the price of the stock, and so the price goes down, 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 down. Now the blue chip stocks, they go up like every 2 months or something like that. You know, they're really slow about it. There's not a lot of heavy trading in it. People buy 1 million at a time, and the price doesn't even change. that means that that stock is at the right price. There is no adjustments. When there's a backlash to your movement at this level, that means your movement is wrong, and the correction is to completely overcorrect. It means don't hire women, don't sit with women, don't talk to women, don't be around women, because it had this. The whole thing was an experiment to begin with. It was an experiment. We socialize our women to buy. So then, if we give them a whole bunch of money, they're gonna move the economy all by themselves, because men purchase stuff realistically. Not 18-year-old man, but 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man, they buy a house. They buy a car. And if you're 45, you might buy a sports car. And there's backlash even in college. So now Title IX has been changed to be realistic, super realistic, and super illegal. Before, they could accuse you and you would be wiped out without even knowing. They could be anonymous, no evidence needed to be presented at all. And these have legal ramifications. No evidence presented at all. There's something wrong with that. So now that has been rewritten and restructured to actually not only include that, but also include cross-examination, evidence, and to present counter evidence. Totally legal, and you go get but the problem still is it's a people who can afford a lawyer versus people who can't. David Nino Brown, how you doing, buddy? Did I have a mother and father? Yes, I did. My father passed away, but I had a mother. I actually grew up kind of rich, so I'm seeing this from a completely different perspective. But I understand people who don't have money. Well, I think women can work. I said when I get married, she better have her own job, because she's not going to just. Because I've seen women cling to guys. I mean, I had a friend, and his girlfriend called him every 5 minutes if he wasn't around her. I was like, can you not even visit your friends? I haven't seen you in months. I was very upset at that. I was very, very upset at her.
Mm-hmm.
And he went for it. I said, dude, you can get a much better girlfriend than that. I don't know whatever you think she has. There's some girl who has 10 times better. Whatever you think she has. There's another girl right around the corner, something 10 times better, and she would like you, because he was not a bad looking guy. Let's be honest. I was like, what are you doing? And I didn't think she was all that good looking. In my own personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're just talking to each other. These people, they're just chatting. Should I just lead the chat? Codependent trainer. Yep, that's exactly it. And his own mother wasn't that great, so she was a piece of work. So that's probably why he was of this mentality that he has to stick with this girl. I think she even moved the girl into his house with his mom. Which I could not do that. I could. Bring the food on the live stream. My next live stream is going to be Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj.
Hmm.
Do you like that? You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. My publicist says yes. Yeah, I don't have any other stories anyway. Something happened today though. I can't remember what.
Did you cover um, the Trump scandal? The one that they're now trying to impeach him for?
No, that's not going to go anywhere.
Hmm.
It's not. It's a lie. They knew it was a lie from the beginning.
No, there's a new scandal saying.
You can't say it on YouTube.
You're right.
Mm, you have no stocking and no homo, but I have a similar sweater. You should rock a button down and necktie with it. Oh well, I thought I was being professional yet holiday-ish with my mock turtleneck and sweater. Jim Rogers, buff Jim Roberts Rogers. Okay. All right. So there's no more questions?
No.
What happened now? The scribe. What happened? Yeah. You see, every time I do mukbang, though, people go, "Why are you eating in front of us? That's rude." I'm going like, you don't understand what mukbang is. Hmm. React to videos. I need a computer to do that. Kevin Z. Yeah. The whole woman in the workforce has been an experiment, and I believe it's failed miserably. What state are you from? Are you going to stalk me, David Nino? You going to stalk me? I'm in Nevada. I'm in Miami. I don't curse. Anyway, good place to live right now. It is. How cold is it? It's 64%. No, it's probably 40 degrees or something like that. Right? 75. Do I hear 100? 100 likes. Come on. Can we get 100 likes? Come on, people. 100 likes. Come on. If I get 100 likes, I believe the video will immediately go into the viral video computer if I get 100 likes. So let's try for 100 likes. Come on, guys. You could do it. You could do it. Dun, dun, dun. 78, 78. Do I hear 79, 79, 79? Do I hear 80, 80, 80? Do I hear 80, 80? 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Do I hear 81, 81, 81? Do I hear 81? uh, my arm's tired from holding it. 82, 82, 82. Do I hear 83? Do I hear 83, 83, 83? And when you like, say liked in chat. 88, 82, 82, 82. I thought somebody was pointing at me. I was looking at myself. Yeah. uh, yeah, I fixed some of the videos in my library, and the robot liked it and remonetized some of them. I think that helps. But it was because of pictures, so I had pictures of stuff. Liked. David Nino Brown liked 83, 83. Do I hear 84? Do I hear 84? 84, 84. We're trying to get to 100. Come on. Trying to get to 100. Trying to get to 100. It's now 5 o'clock here. 5:18 here. What happened? Oh, Taryn Marine. All right, Robert Dower, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Greenwich time? 5? Huh? It's 5 a.m. I said it's 5 a.m. William Harris, we're trying to get the 100 likes. 100 likes. William Harris, can you give me a like? Give me a like, William Harris. Come on. I'm getting lightheaded. I should probably go eat something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting lightheaded. You.
I didn't do it.
You. You know what I don't get is all these other YouTubers who curse and all this other stuff. And then they have super channels. You were number 76 like. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Can I get 84? Can I get 84? Can I get 84? You have to yeah. Yeah. This is true. What was this? The Taos? The Taos? The Dios? The Dios? Did I say it right? It is effective to be a jerk in hell. What? Dios, the Dios. You're very right. Right? Did I say it correctly? Oh. Why am I yawning? I've been talking for a whole hour. Oh. My physical therapist said I need to sit straight, stand straight, and then nothing will hurt. Thaios like Thai food? Okay. I was thinking of Tao, like Tao, the philosophy. Yeah, messy. You're correct. The other YouTubers say all sorts of nasty stuff, even the white ones, and nothing is. They never suffer any sort of consequences. But I'm over here, you know. Did I sign up for the alternate? Did I? Did who? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna need to go eat. Okay, can we get to 100 likes? Tell everybody. Leave a comment on the when it goes to video. It's gonna go to video, and it's pretty soon. I'm gonna need to go eat. Maybe I need to drink some water.
Please don't let Goody to stage.
Hmm.
I'm singing a song.
You're singing?
Mm-hmm.
My publicist is gonna sing with me one day. One of these days. One of these days. Black Sand, good to see you. Good to see you, Black Sand. Subscribe star. Oh, thank you everybody for 61,000. The way the robot was working, it had deleted like 300 people or something like that. 500 people, something like that, and it kept deleting them. It would go. My chart looked like this, and so it kept. People would subscribe and they kept deleting them. And people would subscribe, kept deleting them. People would subscribe, kept deleting them, and it didn't even keep track of the real number from the actual YouTube. So thank you. I want to thank everybody for that. And because of this, then I should be at like 65,000, but no, I'm just now officially hitting 61,000. Officially because I'd already hit it, but it deleted people. And that's YouTube. That's how YouTube works. Um, any anybody else? Anybody else? You're holding the phone so close to the other phone. You're gonna pick that up on YouTube. All right. Yeah, I did hear that Taryn Marine. I heard that there was a full black backlash against men on YouTube, which is a little bit interesting since all of the big YouTubers, the biggest, are all men. All men. Non sequitur. Oh, that's funny. You want to see what I'm eating? You want to make sure I'm eating properly. Okay, I will go get the food and I will. Uh, yeah. Who was that? Non sequitur. You win. You win the chat for the day. I should send you a little Santa Claus as a gift. That was really funny. Can I send gifts to my subscribers?
Hmm.
Okay. Would that be good?
Yeah.
And somebody's working on my T-shirt. Somebody's working on my T-shirt. Oh yeah, the likes. Can we have more likes? Everybody like. Somebody's working on designing a T-shirt, or they will be designing a T-shirt. I
Who's to
said
say
just,
I'm not done?
huh?
Who's to say I'm not done?
I haven't. Okay, I guess we haven't had a meeting yet. Should we have a meeting every day? Okay. Guess we should have a meeting every day. We're gonna be super duper professional here and super duper. He didn't agree to this live stream about Wall Street, but he said it's boring. Non sequitur has other jokes. Well, non sequitur, we should just fly you out and do a video with you. Because somebody else is anyway bored. Okay. What Sandler flick? Oh, the one where he's has a kid or something. I don't know.
Big Daddy?
It's a no, it's a chick flick, isn't it? It's something about
Billy Madison? Little Nicky? Just go with it. Big Daddy.
No, it just came out. It's like in this theaters now. You can look it up on your video, Mr. Publicist, Mr. Manager. Kiki, would you love me? Would you... what? What? What's wrong? I'm getting the "Don't Sing That Song" motion from somebody here. Uh,
The week of.
the week of is it him having a parental rights that week?
No, it's him having a wedding.
Him having a wedding?
Him getting married. It's the week of his wedding.
Oh, but he's holding a kid in the preview. I don't know what it's about. Thank you, William Harris. I guess, right? Did you say like? So let's make a Shakaama tradition. When you say, anytime you like in a live stream, you say liked. I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all like that?
Mm-hmm.
My publicist likes that. New tradition. When you like my video you say liked in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna go have a salad and cakes and shakes and ice cream and eh.
I mean, I don't.
Somebody says I can't dance.
You can't.
That I shouldn't dance.
No, you can't.
That I cannot dance. That I'm incapable of dancing. Really? Boy, I can dance the circles around you.
Around who?
You.
Me?
It's a dance off. It's a dance off. Next live stream, dance off.
Mm-hmm.
I see y'all. Before I pass out here, thank you all for showing up. I may live stream later, or just tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. See y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you. Come again.